Yeah, you know.
Get in there, boy.
Son of a bitch.
Do we have a video for you guys today? Oh my goodness, the NFL trade deadline is just happening and the Jets are having a fire sale, man. Joey, what are we thinking? Trading away Quinnen Williams, trading away Sauce Gardner. This is just absurd, man.
Jets fans, for now until the end of time, will sit around campfires when they're old and gray and talk about ghost stories. You know how you used to tell ghost stories around campfires?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jets fans will huddle up around the campfire and they go, "Where were you guys on November 4th, 2025?" This day's going to go down in infamy. I mean, the Jets traded away Sauce Gardner, the fourth overall pick in 2022, and he's been everything that you want out of. He's been the closest thing the Jets have had to Darrelle Revis since Darrelle Revis retired. He's been a multiple first team All Pro, the first ever rookie to be All Pro since Ronnie Lott did it all the way a long time ago. You know, Ronnie Lott. It's a Hall of Fame guy right there. And Sauce
Mm-hmm.
Gardner was on track to be a Jets Ring of Honor. And I mean, you're talking about some of the best cornerback play the league has seen from that position, specifically from a guy that young. Sauce Gardner in the summer just inked a 5-year contract extension with the Jets. And so you think, hey, he's going to be here for the long haul, you know? That's why I bought a new jersey. I got a Sauce jersey right here. This one's a Sauce jersey. See number 1 right there. And so you think, hey, this is a guy that's going to be here for a long time. He's under contract for the next 6 seasons because he had this year and he has 5 more years. And then when I woke up this morning to Stos, who graciously called me and asked me what I thought of the news, I was asleep. I'm not going to lie. I was asleep. And I woke up to this news and I thought I was in a nightmare. And it turns out I was not.
This is real life, man. And I hope you guys are tuned in for this episode of Dose of Stos featuring the Rivalry podcast with my boy Joey, man, my good friend. And this is why it's called the Rivalry. I'm a Patriots fan. He's a Jets fan. But I'll tell you this, rivalry aside, I feel for you guys, man. I'm going to be real. This is some bullshit. I don't know what.
I think the biggest rivalry is me between the Jets. I think that might be the
Dude,
biggest rivalry of the podcast.
I posted a video to TikTok today just kind of calling out the Jets organization. And I know a lot of people think that, oh, the Jets are getting some good assets back, which I mean, they are. I'll give them that. Like you got some first round picks. You got a decent up and coming wide receiver. But at the end of the day, man, you don't trade away your best players and constantly put yourself in a rebuild. Are the Jets always just going to be rebuilding? That's not what a rebuild is. You can't
Hey,
sit here and every time, yeah, like, come on,
if
dude.
you weren't here for the rebuild, you don't get to come back and stay here for the rebuild. You understand me?
Yeah, it's like it's a never-ending cycle with the Jets, man, and
Uh,
it's it's just painful. I'm not like, look, I sound like a broken record. I'm not a Jets fan, but man, this is just like heartbreaking for y'all. What the hell are we doing in New York, man? This is some bullshit, dude. I'll be real. You got Sauce Gardner now. I see people saying online Sauce Gardner's kind of fallen off. Like the
I
Jets got rid of. Like that's just some BS, dude.
the
If
the sauce narrative, I don't understand it. Is it because when people it's the same thing, right? That you get so you get bored with the same thing over and over again, right? When Jokic goes on and wins all those MVPs, like, oh, well, let's vote somebody different. When Aaron Judge goes on to win the MVP this season, like, oh, it should have been Kyle Rowley because Kyle Rowley's different. It's not Aaron Judge for the second year in a row. It's like, no, people get tired of the same thing over and over and over again. Sauce Gardner in his first 2 years was an all-pro. Those are the facts. Sauce Gardner last year had a down season, yes, but he was still a top 15 corner in the NFL,
yeah,
right? So it's funny because people saying, oh, Sauce Gardner fell off. Sauce Gardner in his down year would still be a number 1 corner on more than half the teams in the NFL,
it's
right?
ridiculous,
So
dude.
it's not like Sauce Gardner went from the greatest player in NFL history to I don't know how he's even on the roster anymore. And that's how Jets fans and that's how the like NFL fans talk about this guy. All he does is show up, allows his 1 to 2 catches a game, and that's it. Oh, Joey, Sauce doesn't get interceptions. Nobody complained about Revis when he wasn't getting interceptions. They don't throw him the ball because
Look at
the six
Joey's
foot
wall,
three
man.
giant is draped over you. You want me to throw a ball to the guy who's got your number one receiver covered in a box? No.
Look at Joey's
Sauce
wall
Gardner.
right now. Look at all
Ah,
the jerseys that this dude has that this team trades away. They got more for Jamal Adams than they did for Sauce Gardner. You know it's bad.
speaking of the devil, speak of the
Exactly.
devil.
You know it is bad when you have a Patriots fan sitting here telling you it's bad. Like, if you're a Jets fan, why are you a Jets fan? It's just not even fair. I'm gonna be completely honest. This is like, it's hard to watch, man. And I'm gonna throw up a graphic that Joey sent me earlier today of how good Sauce Gardner is in man coverage. He's elite. He's elite. You don't get much better than Sauce Gardner, man. There are very few players that are in the same convo as Sauce Gardner. And now you trade him to the Indianapolis Colts, who look like they're on fire. I'm gonna be honest. And as a Patriots fan, it's like, damn, the Colts got him. Like, that sucks for us, but it sucks even more for the Jets, man. Quinnen Williams too. Like, how do we feel about that?
You see, the Sauce one hurts because, by the way, I've been looking down because I have my computer open. The deadline officially passed 3 minutes ago. So, barring any last second,
Mm-hmm.
Hail Marys, news breaking, that's what it is. Brees Hall didn't get traded. Jermaine Johnson didn't get traded. Will McDonald didn't get traded. Thank God Alan Lazard didn't get traded. Ooh, I lost sleep over that one. But so now that I'm just kind of double checking to see if anything else falls through the cracks here, but it looks like the Jets are finally done torturing me for today. The Sauce one hurt because it was just unexpected, right?
Yeah.
Not to be hyperbolic, right? But this is going to sound hyperbolic, but it's kind of like how when you lose somebody suddenly, right? That shock of like, oh, what do you mean they're gone,
Tell
right?
me about it.
And then whereas Quinnen, it kind of felt like it was watching somebody grow of old age. And then after a while, you knew it was coming. You knew the writing was on the wall. You knew, so you were prepared for it. It was like, hey, I know Quinnen didn't want to be here. The report came out that he actually requested a trade 3 times this season behind closed doors. So if you want to talk about good, like knowing how to be a good run NFL team, Quinnen requested trade 3 separate times. You keep it in house so that way you can trade him, and then the whole leverage conversation doesn't even happen. Because if teams find out Quinnen Williams wants out, oh, the leverage is gone. I
Yeah.
hate that word, by the way, because all I heard during the Jets and Rodgers honeymoon phase was, oh, the Jets don't have any leverage. The Jets need to trade away 3 first-round picks because the Packers have all the leverage. I hate that word. But the writing was on the wall with Quinnen. His name was thrown in trade rumors today, trade rumors the last few weeks, and it's just that one hurt because the last 7 years there has been no better Jet week in and week out than Quinnen Williams, and I mean we've seen Quinnen through the worst of it. I had this conversation with my dad last night. Would you believe me if I told you that Leonard Williams and Quinnen Williams were on the Jets at the same time?
No.
Yeah, Leonard Williams was traded at the deadline I remember forget my senior year of high school.
It was
And
Quinnen's rookie year, right?
it was 2019. Yeah, it was that rookie year. So Quinnen's been here
For a
before
while.
COVID, before
Yeah.
COVID, and it sucks to see somebody so loved and so valued by the Jets fandom just for being here, lunch pail. And I mean, there was before Quinnen Williams signed his second contract, he was the first Jet to sign that second contract in like 7 or 8 years at that point. It's been a while since the Jets kept their own, and Quinnen was just one of those guys, man. He was the captain of the defense on the defensive line. He was the heart and soul of the Jets, man. And it's that one stings a lot, but with everything going on, the phrase being tossed out a bunch today was value, right? And oh, if you're the Jets, what is an offer you can't refuse for Sauce Gardner? Well, two first round picks and Adonai Mitchell, who was just a rookie last year, second round pick. I'm going on a bunch of tangents because my brain is everywhere right now. But there was a video of, I'll never forget, there was a video of Joe Douglas, the previous Jets general manager, last draft, where the Colts took Adonai Mitchell, and he's like, oh, thank God. Now we can draft Malachi Corley. It's like, well, saw how well that worked out for Malachi Corley and the Jets. But
It's like,
AD
and
Mitchell comes in. I'm sure
yeah.
you have some thoughts on it. It was a rather quiet deadline for the Patriots too. So if this is a more Jet dominated one, sorry,
Oh
but
no, it's gonna
the
be,
Jets
dude.
love to
I
make
mean,
news apparently, and it's not always good news. So
man, it's like, of course I wanted the Patriots to make some moves, man, but this is a Jets episode through and through. I mean, what the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing, man? I mean, it made a good podcast episode, I'll tell you that much, but like, it's just ridiculous. And now it's like, oh, they got some first round picks. Good luck finding another Sauce Gardner with those picks. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, man. And you had him, like, let me put this in perspective for the people that don't understand the contract situation. You had Sauce Gardner till 2030. You had him for the rest of the decade, and you give him up for two first round picks. I can't wait to see who the Jets draft with those two first round picks, man. I swear. If they miss on those two picks and Sauce Gardner just goes off in Indy or wherever he is for these next 5 to 6 years, it's just like, it's the most Jets thing you can do. It almost reminds me of like when, this is kind of a bad comparison, but you know that Celtics trade, KG, Paul Pierce, all those guys to the Nets, and you get Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum out of it. You gotta hope that's what happens for the Jets here, man, because right now this just looks bad. It's like, oh my God.
so for yeah, like Stos was saying, and it looks like the deadline's officially passed and there's nothing else coming through. What Stos is talking about is that Sauce Gardner was in the last year of his rookie contract this season. So you play out this season. The contract doesn't kick in until next season. So technically, they signed him to a 6 year extension, including this year. So the $30 million number that Sauce Gardner got never hit the books because it kicks in next season. So if you were going to move Sauce Gardner, now's the time to do it before his contract becomes unmovable with all that
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed money. So the Jets are trading him while there's no money on his contract. They don't have to pay him $30 million a season. And I mean, it would take, it takes a holy grail type package to move somebody like that. The Jets picked up the general manager of the Jets, Darren Muji, picked up the phone and they said, hey, we're never going to call you about players, right? Players that we
Mm-hmm.
like in our organization, we're not going to call you about those guys. But if you call us, we'll listen. And the Colts went to the Jets and said, hey, two first round picks for Sauce Gardner. Not enough? Okay, we'll give you the second round pick we just took last year at a position where the Jets are by far the worst team in the league outside of Garrett Wilson. So it took a holy grail type package and you got it, right? So shout out Dylan, my friend Dylan Pescator. Stos knows him very well. Went to
Shout
Arizona
out
State with
Dylan,
us.
man. Dylan's a
Went
great
to
dude,
Arizona State
awesome
with us.
commentator. He's
Yeah,
great.
hey, big play-by-play guy for hockey. So I talked to Dylan earlier today because we're both Jet fans.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
born
yeah.
and raised and he was born and raised in New York.
He was, yep.
My family has New York ties, obviously, and we're Jets fans, we're Yankees fans. Really, it's nice to have somebody to kind of like it's a springboard, you know.
Yeah.
And I talked to him about this today, and he loved the deal. Obviously I'm in my feels about it, but he was all on board, and he's a very rational Jets fan, right? He doesn't get, unless it comes to Jermaine Johnson, he doesn't get emotional about a lot of players, right? He's a very savvy sports mind on the rationale side. Calm, cool, collected. It's what he does. And he was talking about how great this value was for the Jets, capitalizing on Sauce Gardner now. And as the trade has become further and further hours pass, I'll get there eventually, and I think I've finally come around on it. It sucks because I love Sauce Gardner. I mean, he was supposed to be the next Jet legend, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these things happen. It's a business, and if you can get two first round picks and you get a young receiver with actual upside to be the running man to Garrett Wilson. It's, I mean, nothing ever works right for the Jets, but if these things work out right, you're looking at a running man for Garrett Wilson. You're looking at three first, because with adding the Quinnen Williams package in, which we'll talk about later, you have 2 first-round picks in this draft. You have 2 second-round picks in this draft. And then in 2027, you have 3 first-round picks. That's a lot of ammo to add to a team that needs players.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but logistically speaking, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I'll be real. I'll say this. I've been giving the Jets front office a lot of crap for these trades because at the end of the day, I still think it's pretty stupid. But if you capitalize on the assets and you capitalize on the draft picks, yeah, it could work out for the Jets. There is a universe and there is a world where the Jets 1000% won this trade. But there's also a universe and a world, which is likely this one, if I'm being brutally honest, where they waste those picks. They don't get anything of value out of these guys. And it's sad, man. And I know we touched on the Jets a lot. I do want to throw in a video right here of some of my best reactions to the Patriots game this week. Big win over the Falcons, ugly win. Let me throw that in there for you guys right now.
And that's Douglas in the backfield. May looking his way, trying to connect with Douglas. Got him!
Let's go. Douglas is sneaky, bro.
That's Diggs
in motion right here. Come on.
Catch.
Drake.
May
step up, baby. Let's see it.
Looking for Douglas. Got
oh!
Douglas still on his feet.
Go.
The 20 cuts it back. Stumbling.
Douglas,
around,
you go.
Still going. Pop Douglas.
Pop Douglas baby.
Here's 27 first-round picks this year for the Falcons.
Drake.
May over the middle.
Diggs. Get up out of there. Get up out of there, Diggs.
Diggs.
Oh!
Diving for the pylon.
Touchdown. Let's go.
What a play by Stephon Diggs.
Hey.
May pressure coming. He lost the football. It's free. Scooped up by Pierce.
Tackle him.
Campbell. Penix on fourth down, looking for London.
No! Wow.
Did he bring it in? Yes!
Drake London is crazy, bro. Come on.
Last time they tried what they thought was
third
a
and
safe
5.
Down pass that Jalen
Everything
Walker
on the
knocked
line
down.
right
They
here.
are throwing. May to the outside. Got him in.
That's
First
game.
down.
That's
Henry
game.
inbounds.
Oh, yeah.
And will do it.
And I know that the Patriots got lucky. A missed extra point basically won us the game. I thought that was hilarious. I mean, speaking of the devil, but the Falcons, man, you're going to lose 20. You're going to blow a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl, and then you're going to lose on a missed extra point. That's crazy to me. Patriots looked terrible in the second half, I will say. I don't know what was going on in that game, but we still got the win. Got to clean it up before we go play Tampa. I mean, got to clean up the mistakes, man. I know I'm being harsh on this team, and I know you got to appreciate the wins because a win is a win. But
let me tell you, wins don't come off around here. Wins don't come off around these parts.
Dude, I know, man. And like, I feel for all the Jets fans out there, man. Look, if you're a Jets fan and you hate the Patriots, I really hope you don't hate me, man. Because I can't, man.
I can't stand you, bro. You know, ever since the pod started coming out, I've been getting flamed for it. Why the hell you gotta cross my ass up in the intro, dog?
Bro, okay,
why you gotta show that to the world, man? I thought that was safekeeping behind us. I forgot that video existed until I saw the yeah. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro?
Okay, maybe I'll switch it up sometime soon.
You think my life ain't bad? You think my life ain't bad enough? You got to see my ass getting crossed up every time I want to watch the pod.
Hey, I will say though, Joey making that catch with a phone in his hand, that was a deep throw. I want y'all to know, Joey's a baller, dude. Joey's a baller. I've seen some highlights of this dude in high school, bro. He was like that.
There's like 2 of them, and one of them is me killing a punter. There's not that many.
Hey, but I've seen him though. You killed that man.
Hey, they exist. They exist.
Hey.
Anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, I just found a really funny video on Twitter. I'm gonna link it to Stos so he can put it in the video. And that's how I feel inside, my inner child, man.
And It's okay, okay?
What?
The Jets traded Sauce today.
To where? To where?
No, it's okay.
That means I can get a rivalry jersey.
It's okay. I'll get you a different one. He went to Indianapolis, and they also traded. They also traded Quinnen Williams.
I play Sunday deal.
He did, but so did Sauce.
No, I don't like the Jets. Did Quincy leave?
No,
The
Quincy's
Jets
still
are
there.
the worst. I'm taking down all the Jets stuff now.
No, it's fine. Quinnen Williams on the Cowboys. Sauce went to the Colts. It's okay.
I want the Colts now.
Guess what? We got 3 first-round picks for it. So we have.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, business side of it, yeah, it makes sense, but people buy into these players, people buy into this fan base, and young kids, man. If this is your welcome to the Jets moment, welcome. You'll be an alcoholic by 16. No, you will not be. It's illegal. That's actually illegal. You won't be. You'll be a good Samaritan. You'll follow the Lord.
Dude, this is also coming from the guy that doesn't drink. Joey does not drink. He's actually a great role model for you youngins out there, just so you know. I don't really drink that much either. I'll drink occasionally.
All right, then why do you go to them parties every night?
What parties every night?
The dose of Stos, hey man, the dose of Stos might be personal, but it might be a professional account. But that personal IG, man.
I'll go to no.
Bro goes kind of crazy.
I went to one party for Halloween. Okay, I went to one party. I went to Oktoberfest with my buddies. Okay, I like to have a little bit of fun.
I'm joking.
Okay,
I'm joking.
I'm joking. Animal, but
my fun will be doing
way,
2027 mock drafts.
Yeah, that'll be crazy, dude. And I'll say this, man. It's just like the Jets. I hope that you Jets fans out there have something to look forward to next season. We were talking about maybe the Jets making some miracle run this year as a joke. Like, we obviously knew it wasn't going to happen, but like, are we looking at a 1-16 season now? Like,
you see, couple of notes on that, right? Brees Hall just traded. My glorious king, Brees Hall, tweeted. He said, "Sick about my brothers,
traded.
man."
I thought this man was gone.
I might have
for a
said
second.
traded. I might have said traded. My head's all in jambles. But he tweeted. He said, "Sick about my brothers, man. Happy for them, but I'm sick right now." Brees Hall requested a trade publicly about a half an hour before the deadline hit.
Bro said happy for them.
Yeah.
Oh,
he said, "I'm happy for them, but I'm sick." So Brees Hall, it's very clear. Brees Hall wanted out, but he's here.
Dude.
So that'll be an interesting saga to follow up on for the rest of the season. But yeah, I mean, this podcast has been all over the place because that's how my mental is. Just this, and then there's this, and then there's this. We haven't touched on the Quinnen Williams compensation. So Quinnen goes to Dallas, and Dallas actually called the Jets in the offseason during the summer. And he was actually what Dallas wanted in the Micah Parsons deal. Jerry World called the Jets and said, "Hey, you want Micah Parsons? Give me Quinnen Williams, a first-round pick, and something else," right? So it's been known that Dallas, really wanted Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
That's been reported before. And so Jerry gets his guy. And specifically for Quinnen, it would have taken a haul to get rid of Quinnen Williams. The Jets got a second-round pick this year. They got not to throw in a basketball term, they got a pick swap, right? The Jets got the rights to the best first-round pick Dallas owns because Dallas has their own pick and they have the Packers pick from the Parsons trade.
I mean,
so that's next year.
It's the Dallas pick. I mean, come on.
And then they got Mazi Smith. He was a former first-round pick for Dallas in 2023.
Yep.
He's not been great, but we suddenly have minutes at defensive tackle that need to be filled. So you take a flyer on a guy who has first-round pedigree. Maybe he comes in and plays well. Aaron Glenn is all about coaching. We're going to coach these guys, and we're going to coach these guys to be better than they were before. So if they scouted him and they liked the tools they saw and said, "Hey, we bring him in here, we fix a few things. Maybe he's not being used right. They can, and they think they can get something out of him. They can do that." We actually didn't talk about the trades that happened last week because The
Yeah.
Patriots were pretty active last week. The Jets were also active last week. They traded away Michael Carter III, another corner. He was our slot corner, and a 7th-round pick for John Mechie, receiver from the Eagles, who was drafted by the Texans. He was the guy who had cancer, and he beat cancer at a young age. And he's still playing the NFL. John Mechie's one of those stories in the
That's
NFL.
dope.
Really great story, man. And we got a 6th-round pick back. I loved that trade because Michael Carter was going to be a cap casualty in the offseason. He wasn't a part of the regime, and he was making real money. You cut him, you get rid of that money. The Jets traded for his replacement earlier in the season, Jarvis Brownlee Jr. He was from the Tennessee Titans, one of those this player and a pick for your player and a later pick kind of a deal.
Yeah.
So, the Jets room, and again, I'm going everywhere right now, right? You said, do the Jets get another win? The Jets beat the Bengals last week. Sauce Gardner didn't play, right? He was out of that game. He was concussed. So it sucks that we don't even get to have a last game with him because he didn't play last week.
Yeah.
But the Jets signed Brandon Stevens in the offseason, cornerback, formerly of the Ravens. And when they signed him, NFL people, Jets people were like, what the hell are they doing? His numbers were bad. His metrics were bad. And Glenn and the Jets were like, hey, he's 6 foot. He stands at 6'2". He's a really freakish athletic guy. And Brandon Stevens' problem was that there's a lot of highlights of him getting caught on. But what the Jets saw was that, hey, he's a step late, but he's always in the area where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And the Jets thought they could coach that extra step into him. Technique, reading your keys, your eyes, your hips, and it's worked. Brandon Stevens didn't start off the season great, but in the last month, he's been one of the best corners in football, graded out by Pro Football Focus. He's been one of the best corners in football. And alongside him, in the 3rd round of this past draft, more of a head-scratching pick because the Jets drafted best player available. It was a corner by the name of Azariah Thomas out of Florida State. And people didn't understand where the fit was. You signed Brandon Stevens. You had Sauce Gardner. You had Michael Carter. And so it's like, where's this kid going to play? You spend a 3rd-round pick. It's a premium pick on a premium position. But where's he going to play? Well, we know where he's going to play, opposite of Brandon Stevens, because now Sauce Gardner's gone. He had his first start last week. Yes, I'm sure you've all seen the highlight. T. Higgins over the top, the Joe Flacco deep bomb. But that was T. Higgins' only catch of the game. I should know. I had T. Higgins in fantasy. He had 1 catch. But
so, yeah.
That's
man.
I
do want to touch on the Patriots 2 trades from last week.
No, of course. Go for
They're
it.
They're nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I think when you look at the Patriots trades, they were pretty boring. I'll be honest. We got rid of Keon White. We got rid of Kyle Duggar, who Kyle Duggar looked like he had a ton of potential at one point. He immensely regressed. He lost a ton of minutes. I don't think Vrabel and the coaching staff really trusted him out there anymore. So I think they were just ready to move on. And of course, it's not a big deal. Patriots didn't really make any big moves. I was kind of hoping that we could maybe get the Eagles to bite on A.J. Brown. I know there was a report that we sent them a 2nd-round pick for Brown, which I'm not going to lie, the Patriots be out here lowballing, dog. I think a 2nd-round pick for A.J. Brown is crazy.
You buy low on a good player. You buy low on a good player having a bad season.
And I mean,
wouldn't be the first time.
So there's really, I think this is just such a big Jets episode. There was so much to talk about. The one thing I want to talk about in terms of Boston.
Wait, I forgot something.
Oh, yeah. Let's see it.
Can you hear me now? I didn't know if you could hear me this whole time. That would have been bad.
That's
anyway,
funny.
Please continue.
But man, the last thing I want to talk about in terms of Boston sports, what are we doing, refs in the NBA? I mean, I saw Jaylen Brown get slide tackled, man. He got slide tackled.
Fall, and then you trip the guy, that should be a foul.
No call,
If it's
man.
soccer, he's getting a red.
Dude,
If it's soccer, it's a red.
it was ridiculous, man. The refs blew that game for the Celtics.
Nah.
And look, I never talk about the refs like this. I really don't, but that was atrocious. And look, the Celtics
Careful, you
played
might get fined,
terrible.
dog. You might get fined. You gotta be careful.
I'm happy I'm not a player, bro, because I would get fined right now. And I'll be real with you, like, yeah, the Celtics played terrible. Didn't really deserve to win that game too much, but you absolutely blow that call. Jaylen Brown gets absolutely hacked. I mean, I know the defender didn't mean to because he slipped and fell, but when you slip and fall and literally trip a player, like, that's got to be a foul. It led to a fast break steal and a bucket to take the lead with like 40 seconds to go.
They're gonna get me fines because you can't have a mistake like that as an official at that point in the game. It's fourth quarter, it's a minute left in the game or less, and the whole staff blows the fucking call. You know what I mean? Cost us a game, like, unacceptable. You can make mistakes at any point of the game, but right there, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. That's unacceptable. And then they telling me like, oh, like, we didn't see it. Like, how none of you see it? Like, you can't trip somebody in the fourth quarter and then just be a no call. It's some bullshit.
And it's frustrating because the Celtics need every win that they can get, and I think they're now 3-5. They went on a 3-game winning streak, and now they've lost back-to-back games, got blown out by the Rockets, got absolutely just demolished, and then to lose to a team like the Utah Jazz like that hurts, man. But enough talk about the Celtics. I don't know if there's anything you want to add in before we wrap up this video, but
Yeah, actually. So like I said, I've been scrolling Twitter all pod. And do you know the account Ricky Scoops on Twitter?
no, I don't.
So there's an account, shout out Ricky Scoops. He has sources inside of a lot of the NFL, and when Ricky tweets, you listen.
Okay.
He has that kind of pedigree where he speaks, you listen. Right? There was a tweet after, because he made a tweet after the Jets traded away Quinnen Williams, and everyone's like, what's happening? What's going on? He had a tweet that said, sounds like the Jets have another big trade incoming. It's a crazy day. And everyone's like, hold, Ricky Scoops is tweeting. Everybody hold the line. Who's it going to be? Obviously, the dust settled. Nobody got traded. In a deleted tweet, because I tried to click in on it to send it to you, it's been deleted, right? I have it in front of me. Ricky Scoops tweeted that it was Jermaine Johnson. So a credible source in Ricky said that Jermaine Johnson was slated to be traded today at the deadline, and he wasn't. And I'm really happy. Again, using my heart here, because heart on my sleeve kind of guy. I love Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson has been everything you want out of a Jet. Him tearing his ACL, his Achilles last year was really sad to see, and him coming back and just being that guy, right? Being the vibes guy, being the culture guy, and just wearing the heart, wearing the city on his sleeve. I love Jermaine Johnson, but
shout out, man. Shout out.
My brain tells me, hey, he was a 24-year-old rookie. He's 27 years old right now. He's just coming off a gruesome leg injury. He is going to be – you got to pick up his fifth-year option, right? Because next year is his fifth-year option. He's a first-round pick. And at that point, he's going to be 28, 29. Are you realistically going to extend that guy? I don't know. Could you have gotten something? Because the Jets wanted a second-round pick for Jermaine Johnson. And if there was a big trade on the table for Jermaine Johnson and you got that asking price, I don't know why you don't pull the trigger. So that's just interesting, something to think about. Maybe we'll get some more news as it filters through for the rest of the day. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of the last thing I wanted to talk about football wise. You want to, hey, the Blue Jays lose. The Blue Jays lose.
That was the craziest game ever, dude. What a great
game.
The
Blue Jays lose.
Joey's been wanting to say that for a while, guys.
Yeah.
Look at this dude. He's cheesing.
Not so sweet now, is it? You do all that rah-rah to get to the dance, and what do? You came up short. So guess what? You're at the same place the Yankees were, dog. Came up short in the World Series.
Came up short.
If they gave out participation trophies in the World Series, man, the Yankees would have got one last year. So, welcome to the offseason, baby.
Last
That
thing I'm
is
gonna
true, by the
say.
way.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, NBA. It is the MLB offseason, so the MLB calendar works a little differently. But as the day after the World Series, the offseason begins, right?
Yeah.
So they have a week from that day. You like if you've seen in the news, there's players opting out officially. Bellinger dropped out of his contract. Pete Alonso opted out of his contract. Bregman opted out of his contract. Trevor Story opted in. He did not opt out. So you see that news going around.
This ain't a fairy tale. It's a true story.
Shota Imanga, the ace of the Cubs, the Japanese star for the Cubs, his player option did not get picked up, so he'll be a free agent. But you're seeing news like that. And
I got some news. Yeah, I got some news though that you didn't mention. Yu Darvish of the Padres officially out
I saw
for
that
the entire season.
Let the people know.
Padres fans, because I know you out there. I'm in San Diego. It's shambles out here, man. They're in shambles, bro. Look at the Dodgers just won back-to-back
the former closer.
Yeah.
Didn't Suarez opt out of his contract too?
I'm pretty sure I would have to.
Or did they not pick up his extension or whatever it is?
Yeah, I don't even know, dude. All I know is that the Padres, dude, they have a really tough uphill battle. But I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. I want to add one more message screenshot in from my buddy Tyler because he was clowning me in the group chat about how the Patriots lost to the Raiders in week 1. And that's when the Pats are back, baby. We got people hating on us again. You love to see it, man. I hope you guys loved this episode of the Rivalry Podcast on Dose of Stos with Joey. The Jets,
If
man.
I could be honest with you,
Yeah.
I didn't like what we were talking about.
But I really appreciate everyone that tunes into these episodes, man. I love doing these with Joey.
Hey man, it's a lot of fun. It gives me something to do, and I mean, a little peek behind the real world curtain, if you would.
I mean, in between, because Stos knows I travel a lot for work, and having back-to-back boxing gigs canceled after my travel was booked, and you get excited to go to these places, like it stings. So having something like this to look forward to, being able to sit down and just talk about sports for an hour, 20 minutes, whatever it ends up being, it's a nice little step back and a nice little breath of fresh air from the busyness of the outside world. And so, Stos and I have been great friends in college. I sent him a picture. It was a little thing where it's like, yeah, started as just strangers, then your classmates, then your friends, then your brothers. Remember I sent you that?
Yeah.
That's literally what it was, man. So it's nice to be able to keep in touch with Stos like this. Obviously, when he was in Arizona, we used to hang out all the time. I got him a job with me one year. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, so distance being what it is, this is a great way to keep in touch with my friend Stos, and this is a great way for us to just talk about what we're passionate about. So,
I know it's probably, it can get annoying, like posting retweeting it, like reclipping and everything, because Stos puts in a lot of work behind the scenes for these. It's no money spent from me.